Hey guys, this is holistichealthwithharry. I'm joined today by someone you may recognize, CareyAnn Zivich. Hello, Carey. How are you?
Hi. Hi, Harry.
Hey man, Carey, we haven't spoken in ages. I mean, the last time we did an interview with you was August 2019, I think. At which point I was, I think he was like 1 month or 3 weeks into the Phototherapy patches at that point. That's how long it was.
Yes. Yeah.
That's mad. And like since then, I mean, it's a long period of time, but I mean, it's even longer because of what me and you, how much we've changed like in that time since.
Right.
I mean, yeah, COVID, yeah, but I mean, so much in our internal lives, both of us, since that time, it's been ridiculous. So it's been a long overdue, is what I'm saying. Long overdue, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy. Okay, so, right, where do we start here? So since we last spoke, then I kind of got involved with the Phototherapy patches because you kept going on at me with them. And the first time I hadn't got through to them for a long time, you gave me some free patches actually. I think to push me a little bit, which is great. The X39s, which is really powerful. And then I think about a month or two after that, I decided to stop procrastinating and promote them because I felt alignment with what the Phototherapy patches was. And now I'm under you, and me and you have really helped. I think it's fair to say a lot of people, both of us, with them. So do you want to talk a little bit again about the Phototherapy patches, what they are, and this amazing technologies that are out there?
Sure. So the patches, what it is, it's phototherapy. So when you bring the patch within 6 inches of your body, it activates microcrystals. And these crystals are embedded with a particular frequency. So there's 12 patches total, different ones, embedded with different frequencies. And when it's kind of like when you go out into the sun and the sun hits your skin, your body starts producing vitamin D. So these patches work very similarly in that it helps the body to produce antioxidants and peptides, and it elevates, stem cell production is one of the patches. So it actually activates your stem cells, which as you age, your stem cell production goes down, and the older you get, the less stem cells you have. So what this patch does is it reactivates that production of the copper peptide and the copper peptide precursor so that it helps the body heal itself. So it's really, you put it where, if you put it locally over the body, it can help wound healing really speed up. So there's one person who got into the patches, and she used to have neuropathy in her feet, and she couldn't even walk without feeling pins and needles. Well, she's completely, she's well now. So she attributes it fully to the patches helping her heal. But there's so many different testimonies in the group that, I just, every day I see more and more being posted, and, the ones that I see who I introduce them to, it's like, oh, it's so nice. You're helping somebody change somebody's lives. And they're like, because of these patches, and I'm like, I contributed to that a little bit.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like rewarding that, you introduce somebody to something that is, really improving their quality of life and helping eliminate their pain. So that's the stem cell one. And then there's one that elevates carnosine production in the body. Now, carnosine, the supplement, is currently being used to reverse autistic symptoms, neurological symptoms, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, a lot of the brain-related symptoms, and nerve symptoms, because that helps those particular things. Carnosine is found predominantly in the heart, in the brain, and the muscles. So if you're vegan, because it's found predominantly in meat, you are deficient. So the carnosine patch will be more effective for you than any other patch because you're actually probably deficient in that. Also, if you put the carnosine patch over a specific area like scar tissue, it can help to heal and close up old scar tissue. There's a lot of testimonials in the group on that. So that one's one of my favorite patches. Also because if I ever have cramps, that one's like instantly gets rid of them. I put it on my cramps and it's gone.
Cool.
And then my absolute favorite patch is the glutathione patch. So everyone is glutathione deficient. And, if you're stressed, if you eat crap food, if you have a lot of toxins in your body, you need glutathione because it depletes glutathione from your body. And
yeah, quickly, Karen.
glutathione
I heard recently the more heavy metals or any toxins you've got in your body, the less glutathione your body produces naturally, because your body's designed to produce it naturally.
Yeah.
So by definition of you, the unhealthier you are, the more toxic, the harder it's going to be to boost glutathione, which we know from those patches. The thing that shocks me the most about those patches, and by the way, that's actually my favorite one, because I'm on the auto ship, so I get every month, and guess which one I get? I get the glutathione, not the X29 or any others.
Glutathione.
Yeah, and but here's the thing that's my favorite factor.
That is my favorite patch as well.
It's the fact that on average, it increases the glutathione production 300%, and that's proven.
Yep.
We're not making that number up. That's scientific.
Yeah. It's up to 500%, but on average, it's 300% above normal. So that's within like minutes of you putting it on. So if, for example, for anyone who has mucus problems and drainage, in the throat, if you put the glutathione patch right here on your throat, you instantly start to drain within minutes of putting it on, if not within seconds. It's wild. It's really like definitely my favorite patch, hands down. I would not ever be without it. Like, I ran out one time because I sold somebody my patches locally, and my shipment didn't get there in time, and I'm like feeling like I lost my watch or something. Like, I just felt like I need my patches. So yeah, definitely my favorite patch. I put it on my kids 3 times a week, just to keep their levels boosted, and that's definitely my favorite one. If you put it on any liver points, it'll help your liver to detox better. If you put it right directly over your liver, you might detox a little too fast. So don't start out with it on top of your liver.
I think that's because they say that the liver's the main, for the whole body produces it, but the liver's the main producer of glutathione. So maybe that's the reason why.
Yeah. So it's your main detoxifying organ. So it really helps the liver to do its job better. And glutathione levels have been directly connected to longevity. So people who are healthier in their old age have higher levels of glutathione in their body. So you can also, eat foods that are high in glutathione to help boost the effects of the glutathione patch even more. Because the patches need building blocks. So the patches will work off of what's in your body already and what nutrition you're ingesting.
Cool. Okay, before we carry on, there's something I quickly want to ask you. I don't want to sidebar too much, but I'm generally curious about this question. So this is for me. So I've heard that when you wear the glutathione patches, and I wear them, it makes your skin lighter, actually. And I've always thought in my mind that skin darkening is a good thing from what I've experienced. Maybe I've got it wrong, or maybe some of us got it wrong, and there's a basis for actually it's not dark skin making you healthier. Is that fair to say? I'm confused on that one, must admit. Because they do say glutathione makes
glutathione. Yes, glutathione has been known to lighten your skin, to lighten age spots and, liver spots. That's, a sign of internal toxicity too. So as you detox, you'll notice your age spots start to get lighter. So you will have a more even skin tone. They actually originally called the glutathione patch the skin patch because it helps, the skin. But now they have the Aloe patch for the skin, which the Aloe patch comes as a system or alone by itself. They have an organic face cream, night cream, and a day cream. And it's really great. It goes on like silk. I really love that. But the Aloe patch I wear at night. You can wear it during the day to help anxiety because it's a super calming patch and it activates pineal gland function. So that is a great one for if you have, if you need to sleep better. I love that one for sleep. And they actually also have a silent night patch that is also specifically for sleep. So you could use that one, or you could use the Aloe I like the Aloe I actually have been putting it over my thyroid at night, and I'm waking up really energetic and motivated and feeling amazing. So I think that's my new favorite spot for it.
Cool.
And then they also have a weight loss patch. So the weight loss patch activates the hypothalamus and helps with your entire endocrine system. So it helps endocrine function. So anyone who has a lot of toxicity, your thyroid actually holds a lot of heavy metals and toxins in it, and it collects there. So unless you're supplementing with iodine, it's not being expelled and it's building up, and that can cause you to be fatigued. And if you are pregnant or planning on getting pregnant, if you are iodine deficient, it has been connected with lower IQ in your children. So also autistic symptoms. So it can cause, because of the buildup, because the body is not continually detoxing itself, the buildup actually crosses the placenta line and affects the neurological, the brain growth of the child, of the fetus, the developing fetus. So it's really important to supplement with iodine when you're pregnant, especially in the first few weeks and months. That's the most important time to be sure you're not iodine deficient. But after you have the baby, if you didn't get that, you can detox your child further. Get them on the glutathione patch, the carnosine patch. There's other nutrition, binders and detoxifiers that you can use, like zeolite and fulvic acid. And, you want to make sure that the nutrition is good in the body and the immune function is strong, because if the immune system is strong, then your killer cells will actually attack parasites and bacteria and help you to feel better overall. So you can also get them on, some kind of transfer factor, which actually Mark Hyman uses in his practice.
Does he?
So
Okay.
he has a big long article on the benefits of transfer factor for boosting immune function.
By the way, Carey,
I
like the synchronicity of this interview and what you just said with Transfector, because literally mine just arrived today. I've never used them before. Signed up for you last week.
Yes. That's awesome. That's one of the things I take every day as one of my base products that I use to help, my base nutrition. I only take a few things because I've found things over the years that have a broad range of benefits. And instead of taking a million supplements, I only take a few that do pretty much everything that I need it to do for my body, do the most. So I'm only taking a few things every day, and my children take the same. And or I have MTHFR, and so do my kids. So that makes our detox pathways hampered. Right. So we have a slow detox. So we really need to support our detox pathways continually every day.
And did they get it because of the passed down? Is it a genetic passed down from the parents?
Yes. Yes, it's genetic. So we have to, more than others, 40% of the population has this genetic variant that, if it's expressing, if you're stressed out, it's going to express and make your detox pathway slow. So you're going to have to support that in some way. So, I take zeolite. I give my kids zeolite every day. They get a methylated vitamin. It's actually, you put it under your tongue and it just dissolves. So it's, instant absorption.
Sublingually, it bypasses the digestive system, goes straight into the bloodstream. Yeah.
And my kids love it. So they just every morning they come in and they're like, mommy, they're like so excited for their vitamins.
It's because they got super detox mum that's on the most powerful shit. They're not, like I said, not everything, but you know the most powerful stuff.
Stuff tastes good. Yeah. So that's pretty much like my routine every morning is my kids get methylated vitamins. They get, probiotics, and they get fulvic powder in a drink mixed with vanilla protein powder. So, and they think it's chocolate milk. So every time, because the fulvic makes the powder, black, it does taste like it. It's amazing. But it makes the powder, it makes the milk look like chocolate, and it really does taste like it. So I mix it up and I give it to them. They're like, "Oh, yay, chocolate milk!" And then I put the pixie stick methylated vitamins under their tongue, and they're like, "Oh, this is so great! It's dissolving in my tongue, and my saliva is dissolving." I'm gonna have to make a video because my one son was like, "Let's do a skit," but they love it.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so let's backtrack because we got all over the place, and that's good because you've got so much knowledge. But I just want to get across to people too that with for example, the phototherapy patches. I think, was that fair to say? First of all, I want to explain quickly what kind of things you were going through, like conditions and problems and issues before you came to phototherapy patches, and was it just that woke you up at first? Just tell us a little bit about that story. I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the patches were definitely hands down the cornerstone to me getting my health back. It was just insane. I was up and down and up and down and up and down. The only pictures I would ever post was, during my, up times, of course. And, you know, nobody ever saw my down times. But it's in 2009, before 2009. And when I got pregnant with Isaiah, my oldest son, that was in 2012. So before 2012, 20 years prior, I had fibromyalgia really bad. So like I would go spend so much money at the chiropractors and go to massage therapists constantly because I was always tense. My neck would always hurt. Sometimes I would get up in the morning and my neck, I couldn't pick it up off my pillow. That's how much tension was in my neck. It was so bad.
Yeah.
And it would radiate all the way down to my arm into my pinky. And I would have to like take off work because it was so painful. So that went on since I was 15 to when I was 28.
Whoa.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time to suffer.
And
pain.
Yeah. And so after, let's see, it was before I started on the patches that started going away, the fibro. And it was related to me eating corn. It was a random discovery. But when I stopped eating corn products, completely cut out corn products, I haven't had any pain in my body since. So that just goes to show you how much diet affects everything in the body and how important it is that you really like keep a food journal if you have a flare. But
it's funny quickly because I reckon I know what you're saying, and I do believe that diet does affect you, but I reckon, you might correct me if I'm wrong, I think if you did go back to corn now and you probably wouldn't affect as badly because of the amount of things, the amount of health you've done, you know?
So part of why the corn affected me so bad was because it's genetically modified and it's sprayed with Roundup. So Roundup decimates your gut bacteria. It kills your gut bacteria. So it causes leaky gut. With leaky gut, you have a lot of inflammation. So that was a big issue for me for a really long time. And so when I got pregnant with Isaiah, add on to the fibro, add chronic fatigue. So that's when my chronic fatigue started. Yeah, so it just kept getting worse and worse and building up because I wasn't doing anything to detox. And I was eating healthy, but not healthy enough, I guess.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was still like cheating back then. But so for years, I would just get worse and worse. And then I moved into a house that had mold, lots of mold. So we fixed a lot of it up, but it was still in the environment. So I had a lot of mold exposure. And at the time, I didn't realize that it was because of the mold that I was getting sick, but I got mold toxicity, illness. So, you know, mold attacks your mitochondria, kills your gut bacteria, just affects every system in your body, your neurological system, your brain. I had extreme brain fog. Like I would read something or watch something and I couldn't retain any information. It was just terrible. And I couldn't think and I couldn't think of words, what, you know, what a glass is, or, you know, it was just, my brain just wasn't functioning optimally. So, you know, it was affecting everything. I would have heart palpitations. I'd lay down and I'd get sharp shooting pains in my heart. And I'd just like grab myself like I was having a heart attack.
Whoa.
It was horrendous.
I saw a picture. I saw a picture you posted. I think it's a really revealing picture. Oh, the video's gone on this. You still there? Yeah, your video's gone just for a second. I see you there. Yeah, I saw a picture of you. You posted of your face, like when you was in the thralls, I guess, of your issues. And it was just, your face was like, how to say it? It just wasn't happy. Like I could see the suffering in your face. I think that's why you posted it. Did you hear what I said? We going in a second. So yeah, Carey, I saw a picture with you. You posted like, and I don't know if she's in the car or something, but your face told her. I think a picture face 1,000 words, isn't it? And it did. That picture showed. Oh, the picture.
Hang on.
Okay, we'll pause. Okay, so I saw a picture with you posted, and it's quite a classic picture because like a picture paints 1,000 words, and that picture really showed the deep suffering and sadness because what you was going through, like you said, the fibromyalgia, the chronic fatigue, just told 1,000 words. And I remember that. I always remember that picture of you because that was you, like what you're saying now, like deep in the shit.
Yeah, I mean, I used to go to the grocery store and oh my gosh, hang on.
Okay. Okay, so I saw a picture of you that you posted with you like really, really not looking healthy and well or happy or just unhealthy, man. Like it was quite shocking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to, I was so fatigued and I was trying to take care of my kids. I have an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old now. And I would just open up this this thing to put my kid in, and I would just lay in there with him because I couldn't move and he couldn't get away because I couldn't chase him. I was just laying on the floor or laying on my kid's playground, or if I drove to the grocery store, I was too tired to go in and buy groceries, so I'd fall asleep in my car and then drive home without even buying groceries. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
Like it was really intense.
Yeah, and spend 8 years of your life. But then we got to be grateful. We both know this, and everyone watching this knows this. That's the reason why we need to go through those traumas sometimes to really put us into that place where we get on the health protocols, find out the most powerful shit you've done, and then not even that, because
Right.
you have found out the most powerful shit. Then the next stage is you want to share that with other people, and because you see
Right.
other people going through similar sufferings that you've been through. So then you
Right.
get on the mission,
and
like
you have solutions.
Hmm.
Right. You have solutions for people because you pulled yourself out of it, and I saw so many doctors and none of them could help me. One doctor said I was depressed, and, I had hypothyroid on top of everything else. And I had low A1C, and, I had blood sugar regulation issues. I had neurological problems. I'd have tremors when I would lay down. My whole body would shake and tremor. It was scary. I thought I was dying. I didn't know what was wrong with me. And, doctors couldn't really help me. I went to 6 of them. I went to an adrenal fatigue specialist even, and he didn't help me. He couldn't help me. So he just put me on all these pills. And of course, pills didn't work for me because I had leaky gut. So I was wasting all my money on all these pills that were just not effective. And, so that's what I want to try and help other people to avoid. You don't need all these supplements. I mean, the supplement industry is so huge. You only need a few high quality things. And when you get the things that are specific for your needs and for your symptoms, then it's amazing how quickly you see things turn around for your body. And, if you can strengthen your immune system can target parasites, bacteria, and they actually kill them. You can watch videos of, under a microscope of your immune system and your white blood cells going and attacking a parasite. This is crazy. All you need is to support your immune function. So it's amazing. People don't realize that your body has the power to heal itself.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, the body. That's why I'm so glad I got into physical health, because I didn't either. With the power of fasting, nutrition supplements, quality ones, with phototherapy patches, with red light machines, which we'll touch base with. Like the underlying thing that we agree on, like, is the ultimate argument of, like, say, Bashar versus Pasteur. Pasteur would say that we need to be worried about COVID, because COVID, it's not about your health, it's about this thing out there. It's just random, and like it doesn't matter if you're healthy because you're going to come down from it either. And what Beauchamp, I think, said, and which we both agree with, is that it's about the body. If you can ump the body systems with all the protocols, the powerful ones that we do, you can transform your health, because it's not ultimately the supplements that are doing it. It's the supplements give you the boost to allow the body to heal itself, which is what Beauchamp said. You can nothing, no cancer, no disease can really survive in a healthy terrain. And what we're working with now is the healthy terrain shit.
Right. Yeah. And that's why it's so important to have your amino acids, your antioxidants, electrolytes high, and, your prebiotics and probiotics. You want to be able to support your gut so your gut can support you. And the brain is highly affected by the gut. So whatever condition your gut is in, that's causing you leaky, your leaky gut is causing your brain to, not be able to think clearly and not be, at your best. So, if you want more focus on your gut, and it'll give you more focus. So
I like that. Yeah, the gut-brain connection is very strong. It is your second gut, and you feel nervous when you in your gut, like, and you have your gut instinct. I mean, what more can you do to connect the dots that your gut's like highly intelligent? Plus, you make serotonin. You make 95% of your serotonin in your gut. Like, Jesus, it's powerful.
Yeah, and even anxiety and depression, it's all starts in the gut. Any kind of brain issues, gut related. They've even connected neurological issues to gut permeability. So that's like the number one thing you want to do is focus on nutrition and gut health, and that will take care of your overall health.
I like that. Even Hippocrates said that all diseases start in the gut, and yeah, certainly agree with that. Like, there's truths to it. Like, you don't go hardcore with one and just forget everything else, but then you just pick and choose. And I like the gut focus for sure. By the way, can I ask you about the immune system function? Because the Transfer Factor Plus does boost it does something with the immune system that's pretty unique. I mean, that's what I've heard, and I'm excited to try.
Yeah, it boosts your immune function 400%. So your natural killer cells can go to work, and your macrophages and your T cells and B cells and, you know, everything can work optimally. And that's what takes care of you. That's what goes and kills bacteria and kills parasites and kills all these, you know, everything that is in your body that is causing you infection. You know, your immune system function is super important. So you want to support that.
Right. And what can one expect, even me, when I start? Like, do you feel vibration shifts? Because I think, to be fair, me and you aren't working anymore with we work with people that are diseased, but then I experiment for my vibration. I'm looking to always optimize my brain capacity mainly, so my discipline. So what kind of things can you expect with the Transfer Factor in terms of that? Like, do you feel different on it, or when you forget to take it? Or
I definitely do. So the patches without nutrition can only take you so far. You're gonna, you know, level off, and you're gonna need the nutrition to take you the extra step. So when I added the Transfer Factors and the Fulvic, it was a game changer. And then I added the methylated nutrition, which for MTHFR, just forget it. Like, that's what you need if you have that. And my energy, as you can see, is, you know, it's just been through the roof. I've been just amazing. My focus, my ability to do all these things simultaneously and well, you know, and stay on top of all of it is just, you know, people are like, how do you do it? And I'm like, I take good stuff.
Yeah.
It's all the stuff I take. It's my patches with my immune boosting products and my, you know, gut health. I literally, you support your body, it supports you.
Yeah, you make a great point, and you make a great point. Like, because that's just reminded me. See, I'm learning here, so it reminded me of for my mission too. So I need the energy, and I see it with you, like, because we're getting so many people respond. So people message us about certain protocols with the Phototherapy patches, with everything that we're doing, that you need to be like, okay, I respond to this person. Oh shit, I've got 10 people now. I've got to respond to this, and you could end up. I'm sure you're the same as me. I've seen you are the same as me. We have to be sometimes just constantly on our phones. So that's where the energy comes into it, because the Wi-Fi, we know, does take away our energy. We're humans at the end of the day, wearing EMF shielding patches, but still my energy is being drained. So that's where me and you do need the energy from. We do need to be on these things. That's why we do it.
Right.
Stay energetic.
Right. And and the great thing about it is the carnosine patch and the X39 patch specifically help to help with radiation damage. They reverse radiation damage.
I didn't know that.
Also, you know, and mitochondria are damaged by radiation. So because carnosine revives mitochondrial function. So mitochondria that have stopped working, it actually revives them, which is amazing. And X39 also does that, the stem cell patch. So, you know, you start getting your mitochondrial function up, you know, which also red light therapy also helps to elevate mitochondrial function and to help that, among other things. The body needs light. So, you know, all these light therapies and frequency therapies, you know, they're really, really highly effective.
Yeah. Okay. So yay. Oh my God, we can go all over the place. We can make this a 10-hour epic. We've got to try and condense this a little bit. So, okay, you mentioned something interesting that I love, man. And because I'm all about, I'm actually coming to now supplements. I'm starting to see the power, not just for myself, to help other people. But before that, and I'll still always be passionate about the natural. Let's go a little bit natural here, a little bit. And I've always been obsessed with sunlight, and especially sunrise, sunset sunlight, because that contains the red light. And I've realized the power of that when I started practicing it and waking up for the first time in my life at sunrise and sunset. And I was like, what's going on with this stuff? And that made me write the Sunlight Sungazing book. I write some more books on sunlight. I'm not finished with that. And then I've always wanted a red light machine that's quality. And I think you've got one. So talk to us about red light therapy and the benefits, and go into detail with why is red light machines, because I really want to push red lights machines on people just because it works so fucking powerfully.
Right. It's especially important if you live somewhere where you have winter. No, you know, and darkness for so much of the year. You know, a lot of people get seasonal affective disorder. So, you know, getting light exposure is really helpful. And, you know, a friend of mine actually created a device that it's a brain helmet that reverses Alzheimer's. It actually reverses Alzheimer's. So there is something out there that does that. and that's red light therapy. So, you know, get yourself a good quality red light machine, and, you know, one that doesn't really heat up is good. I have like probably four red light devices.
You do? 4 different ones? Or are they different sizes?
All different ones. Different ones. Different.
Okay.
No, I have an intranasal device. I have a mat, and I have a regular, you know, device, and then I have 4 different devices.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
I like my gadgets.
Yeah, you're like me. I'm coming to that. That's why I've always desired to be more financially free, so I can literally buy as much shit, so I can tell people what's the best shit. But that's amazing. Right. So I've seen the intranasal. Oh, go on. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
And I have a sauna. So.
Oh God, infrared sauna. Fuck me, man. That's amazing. Yeah. Wait, but the mat wouldn't be red light machine, visible red light. I'm guessing it's infrared. I don't know.
Yeah, infrared. But the other machine I have is both red and infrared, which is a really great machine. You can get it for $200. You know, I highly recommend, you know, if you're starting out, that's a really good device to get.
Yeah, that one you're talking about, I think, has 50% red light, visible 660 nanometers, and it has the other half 880, which is near invisible, which may look to people like half of the LEDs aren't working, but no, that's because it's half in near infrared. It's got 2 different frequencies, which, by the way, and you would know this, again, I read the red light therapy book because I'm getting a machine from the same person as you. Yeah. Jake's amazing, and highly recommend you guys check out. We're both affiliated to him. But what was I going to say? I looked at the 66880, which, by the way, is for all quality red light machines. It's not just this one, but it's the one which produces the most. It activates the most cytochrome C oxidase, which give basic, long story short, it just optimizes the fuck out of your mitochondrial function at the 2 wavelengths that they've got in these machines. That's what they found. Although all red light frequencies from 600 to 1000 do it. It's just these 2 they found out how to peak it the most. So they've been smart and done that with the red light machines.
Right. And your mitochondrial function affects how much energy you have, because they help produce your energy. So they're like your little energy factories. So you got to take care of your mitochondria. Take care of your killer cells, you know, because they take care of you.
Exactly. And I like the red light machine, the fact that it's a long wavelength of light from this sunlight and from red light machines. So it penetrates deeper than the skin, especially with the 2 wavelengths, the 880 and the 660. They'll go right deep in, which also means that as it goes deep, every single layer of blood or whatever past that point gets hit with the red light too. So it's really, when I meditate on it, I think red light is just so fucking phenomenal that it goes deep inside the body, and it also, you know, another thing it does, it structures the water, the blood, because your body is made out of blood water. So when your blood gets structured, guess what happens? It spins it increases zeta potential, and it becomes like a 4-phase of water kind of shit. And therefore that means that there's many advantages that, but it also, the nanometers of the ATP cycle, the Krebs cycle, it means that, again, the mitochondria gets speed up quicker because the structure of water, which is created by the red light therapy, the machines and the sunlight. It's amazing.
Right. And speaking of the ATP, we'll go back again to the energy enhancer patches. Yeah. So those elevate ATP production, and they're used a lot by sports people because it helps enhance their ability to, you know, speed. And a friend of mine just put it on her son the other day, and he won his swim meet. You know, it just makes you more energetic, and it helps, you know, to energize your organs. Yeah. So that's another good one that I like, and it's just amazing. All of these things that we can use to help ourselves. There's no reason why anyone has to stay ill. You know, you can take control of your own health and, you know, help yourself, because these resources are available to everyone, and you don't need, you know, to go to somebody to say, you know, help me. Just build up your body. Just start building. And after you start building, then you can start detoxing.
Yeah, I have to say my outlook, a lot of the outlook and things I've come to physical health now is because of you. Because like you were so persistent with the Phototherapy LifeWay patches. Before that, I was obsessed. And I get why people on my Facebook get triggered by me now when they're saying, oh, Harry, you're promoting this. You're on this. What are you on, Harry, now this month? I get patronizing comments sometimes from people. But no, look, I was like them before. I was obsessed with free shit. And people like you would have triggered me. Maybe I was a bit open-minded, to be honest with you, when I first met you. But I think before I met you, a year before that, I would have been triggered and thought, Jesus, why is she wasting money on all this stuff? Like, because there's so much free stuff. And that's true. But now my mindset has changed completely to it's good to have loads of options to help people on the most powerful stuff, because for some reason, okay, this is a complicated topic. Some people just won't do urine therapy. Some people won't do fasting, and that's okay. So you're catering to a bigger audience, but also for me, it goes deeper, because I don't really want to do one thing like free stuff. I want to do everything, because I'm not here to waste time. I'm here to try and become the best version of myself. And if I'm doing okay with money or getting better at my money base, then I'm going to put that back into my health, because it like comes back to what we said. Now I can take care of more people. I can handle dealing with more people when I'm healthier. I
can handle more.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, there really isn't just one product or one thing or one therapy that's going to fix what, you know, that's all the things that bombard us every day. I mean, our clothing and our, you know, our furniture, all the furniture has, you know, flame retardants in it. Sorry there. Yep. All the furniture has flame retardants in it. And, you know, our water is toxic, our food, our air we breathe, it has, you know, pesticides, planes flying over. You know, there's just so much toxicity in our environment that we didn't have to deal with years ago. So we can't just do one thing and say, oh, let me just sit in the sun and it's going to fix everything. No, because we now have all these man-made toxins and man-made chemicals. We have to do more than that. Yeah. You know, the sun is amazing, and that is, you know, we do need to do that, but we need to do more than that.
Oh, I love
that. To combat all the things.
And I'm going to emphasize that point again. I'm sorry for driving this in if people get annoyed at this, but like the guys that like free stuff, which I was a huge part of, that say if you just ground, sun gaze and fast, you're going to be fine. You'll never find the limits of, and you know what, Carey, as well, like I'm going to be honest here and say that the technologies out there that me and you are affiliated with and that we don't even know about yet, there's so many, the technologies are mind-blowing. The creativity of humans is mind-blowing. How have you not, why are you not going to try to honor people, man? Honor people that are helping thousands with other therapies. See what you can do. Take it to the limit. Don't limit yourself to thinking, like you said, it's not enough now. It's one way of looking at it, to just fast and sun gaze and ground and go, oh, I'm okay, because we're bombarded. Electrosmog too is insane. 5G's coming.
Right. There's EMF, there's heavy metals, you know, and really, there's so many things that in our environment. If you live in a house, I mean, you're breathing in dirty air. You're breathing in possibly mold, because 50% of homes in the United States alone are mold toxicity. You know, you can be exposed to that. You know, there's heavy metals in your makeup. There's lots of heavy metals in makeup. There's heavy metals in your water, even. They've been found if your child is drinking water out of a water fountain, high levels of heavy metals. So I don't even let my son drink out of the water fountain. I send him to school with a water bottle, you know.
Do you? What does he drink?
Water. So
what did you give him? I'm interested.
I actually have these drops. They're ion drops, and it neutralizes all the bacteria and anything in the water, and it purifies it. There's just literally drops, and it's kind of like a buckyball, and then it collects everything, all the toxicity. You can even drink water out of a lake, and, you know, 24 hours later, you'll see all the sediment on the bottom of your cup.
What's it called?
And so, yeah.
What's it called? Oh.
Ion water.
Ion water. Okay, I'll look into that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to send you some information on that. But yeah, it makes you able to drink even dirty water, and within 24 hours, it's clean, completely clean.
Yeah, I like that, and I feel like what you've been through, and when you was going through that stuff, and you gave birth to your kids, you may have passed on a lot of the weaknesses.
I did.
Yeah. So they've got to do more.
I did, and. Yeah, my son Isaiah, he had, slight spectrum. Like he would go, when we went to the mall, he would crawl on the floor like an animal, and he would like make lots of animal noises. So he had slight spectrum symptoms.
Yeah.
And I was definitely iodine deficient when I was pregnant with him, and I passed along, some endocrine dysfunction because I had that. So now he's much better. His focus is better. He's not misbehaving like he was. He's much more calm. Like he literally was very hyperactive, and he definitely had ADHD, could not focus on anything. Yeah. So as you detoxify your children and you up their nutrition, you give them what their body needs, they will be able to have a better quality of life, and their IQ will go up. and their focus will be better, their behavior will be better, and it will be easier for you because it's not easy chasing around a hyperactive child all day.
Yeah. It must be
But
such a
it's not
joy.
their fault.
It must be such a
It's
joy
not their
to
fault,
no, it must be such a joy to see them come up in energy and health, because you'd be quite intuitive, especially women,
Right.
but I think you'd be quite observational in how their energy's going up with all the protocols. I bet you're watching them and going, oh yeah, I just gave that. Oh yeah, it's this one. Oh,
yes.
okay.
Oh, like Isaiah, he was exhibiting some chronic fatigue symptoms. Like he would lay his head down on his desk and he was sent home because he was too tired. He was just tired. And so I started giving him these vitamins, the methylated vitamins, to get the Fulvic, and I put patches on him. As soon as I put that stem cell patch on him, he's like, up from the dead,
Yeah.
jumping around the house, all happy, in a good
That's
mood.
cool.
And I say, hey, you're in a good mood, and he goes, it's the patch.
He knows. Yeah, he knows it's the patch. He's like, oh, that's smart. That's smart.
So yeah, it's nice, and then there's also a patch that turns off the fight or flight response and regulates the autonomic nervous system function.
Aeon.
The Aeon patch. Yeah. So that's a really great one for kids who are hyperactive. You could stick that on them and it helps turn that down. Yeah. Because when you're in fight or flight, their little bodies can't feel and they're not digesting the food properly. So
yeah, I like the Aeon patch.
You're either running from a tiger.
Yeah. I like the Aeon patch for the for the reduction of inflammation. I look at it like, if you like grounding, and we can't always be grounded, we do wear shoes, we can't walk on the pavements barefoot sometimes, can we? In the modern society, just put an Aeon patch on, you'll be fine. It's grounded.
Right. Yes, that is actually the anti-inflammatory patch, and it elevates serotonin and dopamine, and probably one of the reasons why, everybody's mood gets better after they put that one on, because it's calming and it elevates your mood. So it's been called the happy patch.
Yeah, they all are, but that one more than the others, I think. Yeah,
definitely. I know, that was really
yeah, for real. Okay, so quickly, let's talk about the fulvic acid, because I'm going to learn about that. I'm not on that fulvic acid. I've heard of it, but what is it? Why is it? Why is it good?
So what that is, the one that I take is a powder. You just mix it into, water, or like I do, I mix it in with my protein powder and it tastes like chocolate milk. It has lots of electrolytes, antioxidants, prebiotics, probiotics, enzymes, amino acids, which again, autistic children are very deficient in amino acids, so that's a good one to give them. It has natural detoxifying compounds. And so much, it really does so much for you if you just look up like all the benefits of Fulvic. I actually have an education group on it. That if you want, I can add you to that. And
and
it's
also
really
we'll put
amazing. The testimonials.
Yeah, we'll put a link to that, Andy. If you'll put all of your Insta bio, but then we'll put a link to the Facebook group to that one under this one too.
Yeah, and it elevates energy also because it's oxygenating your cells. So you're getting a lot of nutrients and things that your body needs.
Yeah.
To help itself. So, I mean, the testimonials on that are amazing. People starting to take it, and after a few days to a week, and they're like, "Wow, I'm starting to feel better." And then take it a little longer, and you're really feeling good.
Yeah, I've definitely heard it's got loads of trace minerals, like loads. It's got loads of trace minerals.
Yes, trace minerals. Yeah, it contains over 80 beneficial nutrients.
Whoa.
And Fulvic is actually one of the main ingredients in all of Cellcore's detoxifying products. So they know the benefit of it.
In what? Sorry, I didn't hear that bit. In what was it?
Cellcore.
What's
that's the one that the company that produces like the full moon kit, the parasite cleanses.
Oh, okay.
Because this stuff helps the body to expel parasites.
Oh, cool.
Because it's boosting your immune system. Yeah. So.
Well, that's cool. So people are taking Fulvic and removing parasites with it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's cool.
It also doubles as a binder. So over taking it for a little bit of while, it's going to help your gut permeability, which you'll need less probiotics and enzymes, and you'll need less products overall because it covers so many bases.
Yeah, that's mad. I get excited at conversations like this because I know you're on so many things, and I told you off air that that I was like just before, not even last year, I was thinking, it's not good to go all over the place. Like, and actually I'm starting to realize that that's just not true. It is good to have a lot of different things to try. Not a lot, just a few quality ones, as opposed to just one. I was thinking just one thing, because actually, like you said, there is no one for everybody, and it's about adding. It's not about, what's the word for it? Like you said, we're just under so much attack that why not put yourself through a couple of really good things and get involved with them and try them.
Right. Yeah, it's true. And, you know, I'm in a lot of companies because there is no one product that fixes everything for you. There just isn't. And there's no one company that offers all of the things that, you know, everyone specifically needs. And we all need something different. Yeah. Although we need a lot of the same things, we all also need, you know, different supporting things. So, you know, there isn't really one company that you can say, oh, I just get all my stuff from this company and they're going to fix it all. No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
You know, just like you need, you know,
holistic.
You need to
holistic
go
health.
out into the sun. You need
holistic health, right?
Yeah, it's all everything. And it's, you know, I really work with people, my health coaching clients on, you know, their symptoms, like what are your symptoms? And to try and get to the root cause. And I have everyone keep a food journal, because what's causing your flares? You can figure that out. You can figure out what's causing your pain. You know, you want to just Band-Aid it. Don't take an Advil. Figure it out. You won't need an Advil if you learn what your triggers are. Like for me with corn, if I eat gluten, I get bloated. So it, you know, I'm intolerant to gluten. It, you know, it destroys the villi and flattens the villi in your gut. So it's also one of the things that it could be contributing to your IBS or your, you know, gut issues. So wheat, though, in France is different than wheat in the USA. For example, if somebody here ate wheat, because wheat was modified in the 60s to produce a higher crop. So it's no longer wheat that we used to have. The body sees it as a foreign substance, and it actually is very close to the thyroid hormone. So it mimics, you know, and it can lead to thyroid issues. So, you know, there's a really big, you know, explosion basically of hypothyroid and hyperthyroid now, where everyone's having all these issues. Well, a lot of it is from your diet. You know, your body just can't keep up, and, you know, a lot of the pesticides and phthalates and things, you know, and BPA, there's a lot of these things, endocrine disruptors that are so close in their structure as the thyroid hormone that the thyroid hormone stops producing. And so you really need to supplement with things to help balance that. Or wear a patch over your thyroid to help detox those things from your thyroid, so you can start, your endocrine system can get back on track, because that really affects so much in your body.
Yeah, that's crazy. You just unleash in there. That's a lot of information. People love it though. You're full of info. It's incredible. Okay, I'm gonna switch it a little bit and ask you, like, what's your 3 favorite free therapies that you do, that you recommend to people to try?
My favorite is the patches and the.
Wait. 1 second. I caveated it. I said free.
Free therapies?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said 3, like the number.
Oh, right. Okay, understandable. No, I said free. That's good though. Yeah.
Free therapies. Nature. Get out in nature. Negative ions. Collect those negative ions from waterfalls. I love waterfalls.
You do.
Go to the beach. You know, this getting out in nature is one of the most healing things. You know, deep breathing. It's so important. We don't breathe enough. We don't breathe deep enough. So that's also one of my favorites. You know, there's free hypnosis recordings on YouTube by Glenn Harold. He's my favorite hypnotherapist. His app was tremendous in helping me to get my mindset corrected. And what I am at, where I'm at now, that was one of the major things that helped me. Glenn Harold self-hypnosis app. But you can get them free on YouTube too. Or you can listen to frequencies, you know, there's binaural beats you can listen to. Music therapy is so amazing. That's free. But yeah, those are some of my favorites.
It is. I've got the ukulele, so I'm into music this time. I'm finding it so healing to do music, man. It's amazing. Okay, so before we go, last question. It really is. Yeah, it is. Last question. Are you going to get a COVID jab for you and your babies? And your kids.
No.
Okay, cool. I had to get that in there. Thank you. So yeah, no. Before we go as well, how can people find you and for the Phototherapy patches and all the stuff you do? Do you have somewhere that you send them to, or just get in contact with you through Facebook, Instagram? How do you like to deal with people?
Yes, you can message me on Facebook, CareyAnn Zivich. Carey can put that in the name of the YouTube video.
Yep.
But find me on Facebook, send me a message, and I can help you with some links.
Awesome. Carey, this was amazing, man. Like, this is really good. I can't believe we waited 1 year, over a year. A year or 5 months for this, and like I said at the beginning, so much has happened to us in that, and I'm with you on so many things, and I'm looking forward to joining you and others, and of course meeting you in real life. So you're a real warrior, and I acknowledge your status, and thank you for changing mine, because yeah, I've grown so much in helping people and my reach. Really, you're the main one for that one. Like, you definitely gave me what I needed. So yeah, thanks, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, man. Peace. Bye.